A new report out found that lice is actually changing and mutating, becoming immune to standard treatments.
I'm from a village in the hill where everybody got a mitigated call, but no refrigerators filled, and every father there got pocket stock with Zilch, and every mother there forgot to take a pill. I'm rocking for my ilk who started crying for they barber spilling milk. Listen, we don't want no drama, but the bomb already built. Just when everyone you know about the ill, I swoop in like a crow from out the sky and snatch a pop from off the sill.
Is it fighting words or minor birds? Piracy or idling? A lion heart or life alert? I don't support a media that fetishize the wealthy cause it's weird. I'm here to help contextualize the belfry to a room of terrible cadets who dress like Mr. Belding. I'll turn them into messengers rebelling, it's compelling. The cavalcade approach on the heels of obscene evil, as easel, as meteoric, as beanie, as Steve Zissou. I only move aside for the sun.
I only move aside for the sun.
I don't really move aside that much. Nah, I mean,
and I'm not a big fan of the check-in. Check it. Just ahead, I throw a left for every gambler laying a bet and every child that wet the bed. I check my text who's trying to swing an apple. Wait, that's just my ex who's trying to lay an egg. The sky is changing colors, I'll be up to here in debt when death become a such a porno on your Tumblr. I keep time by counting summers and teach you how to do the walk without a fee. My name is Homeboy Sandman, my style is a lock without a key.
Odd world bogmen, slog through toxins, groggy, squash all goblins, promptly, brutal mood, relocating stickers on his Rubik's Cube, wildlife showing signs of ruin, doom for you and you and you and you. Shoes made of wah-wah pedals that turn a walk to the wah-wah to gods and devils. I'm at the table breaking bread with both the wicked and the righteous. It's hard to tell the difference through a history of violence. I only move aside for the sun.
I only move aside for the sun.
I don't really move aside that much. Nah, I mean,
and I'm not a big fan of the check-in. Lice got a secret handshake that includes paying the landscape and equal distribution of the syrup between the top and bottom pancakes. Survey the damage from the rampage and piece it together with glow-in-the-dark band-aids. Behind the barricades is a bum who need a shower but will the power to paraphrase. Hey, I made a wish that I could shift more shapes. Withholding your support is just poor taste.
Cheat code fluent, chief flow mutant. The kids sit still till a tree grows through 'em. East Coast, eat slow, throwing pizza crusted pigeons. After dinner, hit up Visa with 2 Dobermans like Higgins. I'm looking for a mystery bigger than me to remedy, regardless of its place in the greater collective memory. I pissed at every terrifying truck stop in the country. I'll piss up on your pickup truck for absolutely nothing. I only move aside for the sun.
I only move aside for the sun.
I don't really move aside that much. Nah, I mean,
and I'm not a big fan of the check-in. Check it.
all grown stuff, long road, no fluff. Piece of work, eat the turnbuckle like a roast duck. Post-punk, played a back, raider of the rations. Blacksmith, forge cold train at a klaxon. Zap, the riddle wriggle on about the residue. A social life akin a black Phillip at the petting zoo. Run ragged till the blood magic pretzel you. Ragtag plasma donors clashing over devil's food cake. These are the breaks that make the embers blue. I can't wake up without a lake of fire to step into. I can't wake up without a battle scene to emulate. I'm in the kitchen repositioning the trebuchets. Top rope swan dive, aim for the ballyhoo. Bonsai, certain death hangs from a parachute. My bows and arrows like two lovers underneath the Paris moon. They've been together since the bounty hunt this afternoon. And KIS Society, eyes on his rivalries. Look at all these wonderful prizes inside his diaries. I write about delirium and disappearing devils, then frame it with a margin of the most feared symbols. And a shitty drawing of me playing Guns N' Roses pinball. People peeking in my window like they might just wear my skin home. I walk like a D-Day sim. You walk like a D-vein shrimp. Simp. I know a couple things about a couple things. I know a couple things about a couple things. I know a couple things about a couple things. I know a couple things about a couple things.
Imbued with the fortitude and shards of glass and broken 40s on the old 40 dose. This ain't your 40 acres in a mule, dude. This is 20 paces in a duel, dude. Don't do it. If Vanny's yesterday becomes tomorrow, cause I never learned. My closet fills with shit I borrowed and did not return, and never lifted like a proper curse. You heard the hiss behind the acid smile, the bastard child of Mother Earth. Behind the pimp there lies a princess that is cold as ice. I hope that you're the one, if not then you're the prototype. Blind as allegiance that was sworn to rights. The water's warm in the disorder, but you ain't about that sort of life. Mine's tend to wander like Madonna's on the borderline. The loaves and fishes make for dirty dishes, let's just pour the wine. After a couple gallons, ain't no balance left to toe the line. You need a different type of motor con. No need reversing here to praise of his Aesop soon as the record plays. Encores a day, the DJ take us to the end of days, until the crowd becomes a second stage. I'm up for burning at the stake and switch Banaka out for pepper spray. That's where they call the coppers 88, where they beat it up and eat it up and heat it up until it radiate. Fuck the delaying and the weighing like we playing games. Who's down to laying graves?
I know a couple things about a couple things. I know a couple things about a couple things. I know a couple things about a couple things. I know a couple things about a couple things.
Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies.
Hated myself since before it was cool. Face death like an orphan of gruel. Pardon the drool. 4 eyes, palm croquis. Ominous blueprints and a peace sign. Middle going on with stupid. Top stooge, rock the pontoon. Lash move, Don Clobber the chronically obtuse. Put down the telephone around a crow and double back. Summoning a storm from the pulpit of Farmer's Almanac. Cleanly separate the chuckers from the bucket hat. Hold still, gold fillings jump into his duffel bag. Shift got a shape of the minions. Started out simian, graduated Ophidian. Fitting in as a fool's errand, unworthy to emulate. I don't care, I never really felt cool anyway. Back in the cave for safekeeping, in the company of Lorna Doone and polyphasic sleeping.
10 years since I stood still. Started on my good foot, but running out of goodwill. Still got a sneaker full of pebbles and a Jenny full of demos and a pocket full of anvils. My dog's a riddle with self-inflicted bullet wounds. I mix the beef pollen with the free bowling. Cats already fed up with my lifestyle choices. I ain't even stopped pretending that I don't hear voices yet. I'm stranded on the internet, spilling all my innards in the interviews, turning to a silhouette. Running out of substance, at least authorities running low on my thumbprints. I had to break out from the function for my unlimited Metro card turned to a pumpkin. But we were messing with the G-O-D, triple O-G, triple G, Galati Golovkin.
Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies.
I anchor in the bottleneck, double knotted lobster bit. Sit and spawn, game on, flames to the aqueduct. Prickly disposition from a mission statement, riddle with the crippling misdirection of a million jaded middlemen. Pretending to be different than the businesses they meddle in, until the whistleblowers separate the skin and skeleton. Underneath the hood is all pedestrian essentially. Thespianism threaded into the documentary, I mean. What are rules, ever winning etiquette? Allegiances have come unglued, tender feet are cherry picked. Little lambs sure to go like everywhere that Mary went. Lions get therapy and branded as heretics. Single tier ace play taps on a theremin. Terribly serenade the death of transparency. Now I ride out cloaked with no cronies, watching alphas grow up in a bronies. Oh,
I want a dime piece that smells as good as McDonald's fried grease. It isn't always criticizing my beats. I want a single to blow like Souls of Mischief and 9-3 so I could get Bobby Sonic a Diet Cola IV. I only want to be a billionaire for 48 hours like Nick Nolte, Eddie Murphy, and Billy Pitt. Longer than that and I'll get bored of it. I'll be like water with that sort of shit. Yeah. Backstage is like a bat cave. I rush out of it and act strange. I hit from a broken back without a back brace. When I met my fiance on the back page. Thank you for the accolades. I'll trade a minnow for a half a day. Everybody ditch the caravan and love and join the cabaret. And grab your mama rays. Hey.
Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies. Oatmeal cookies.
blood, my sword covered in rust. My song's written in mud. I'm in the trench with no one to trust. The things I counted on been ground in the dust. God bless the child if it's sprouted underground with the chud. Except for falling in love. Ain't no better feeling on the earth than getting a smirk. Wipe from off of your mug. Undercoated and been voted the least likely to budge. Taking chances where the answer's always all the above. Good luck calling my bluff. Had to lay the hammer on your hunting, gathering stuff. It was rather abrupt. Set the balance for battalions too wary to lug. Rashes cross the battlefield. This barren shit is barracks or bust. Nobody taught me not to stare at the sun. Only photocopies for the class to share and discuss. Man, your mathematics may be fine for finding the sum, but that ain't nearly what's up.
I'm covered in that grit, covered in that sludge, covered in that muck, covered in that mud.
See, I'm covered in that sweat, covered in that blood, got covered in that stuck, covered in that mud.
Yeah, time to make the donuts. Eat, drink, annihilate the bogus. Wide awake and snarling, the dark wings opening on my darling. I speak in holy code and keep the rodeo alarming. Homie, old eyes, parrot a roach that won't die. Slow night spirit looking for a hide to ghost ride. Over the river, through the woods, I eat the bread, I spoon the mush. Keep it dirty, we prefer misshapen over cookie cut. My office hours are known for 30 seconds, then it's off into the tempest for berries and buried treasures. Trade tall tales with lepers and lost dogs. Swing claws at pinatas in the shapes of all y'alls. Hey, the new voice of a defective species. Reflect from the cheap seats, checking his cheat sheets. Eat a raw horse heart, yum yum, 4 stars. At the fork, is it forfeit or forward march?
Grit. Covered in that sludge. I'm covered in that muck. I'm covered in that mud.
See, I'm covered in that sweat, covered in that blood. Got covered in that stuck, covered in that mud.
Swap a Aesop for a joker.
Rise with the rebels, feisty, feral.
My poker face is not for playing poker.
Never die, never shy from the pedal.
The number on my ticket reads eternity.
Up in the wee hours, barking and building.
See it,
Feel it.
I'm steady as the fingers of a surgeon. Aware the destination is absurd as the excursion. Aware that the extent of the hilarity will vary in the climax and the ending, all depending on the version.
SpongeBob PJs, dream in a deep space. Sleep spooning a nuclear briefcase. Spoon sugar till his teeth ache. 3 cheers, 2 for his team, 1 queen
I'm
in the
covered in
beard.
that grit. Covered in that sludge. I'm covered in that muck. I'm covered in that mud.
I'm covered in that grit, covered in that sludge, covered in that muck, covered in that mud. My search history ain't glamour and glitz, more rent plans. And can a man be a witch? One Stan Smith, 5 toes curled in the sand. Free a bird from a cage, feed a squirrel from his hand. Greet a world with a wry face, don't play fair, I'm all eyes made of cola mall. Snakes for hair, I'm all side scrolling eye contact over speed chest. Blink once, get a king, need 6. Ace boogie, brain getting mushy, no break, still break for a plate full of cookies. How his shoes so clean, he barely housebroken. Mold unclean air in a wow moments, focused. Overgrown topiary uproot, rosemary middle fingers poking at the sunroof. Donuts in the parking lot, yelling duck, duck, goose, funk drums, pull your guts through your jumpsuit. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding.
Duck, duck, goose, buck, buck, duck, dope. Pushing and shoving, shuck, shoots. Gotta be the shows, early to rise. It's gotta be the snows. Chicken is dry, you can the big skills. Thanks. Print you out a boarding pass, get an autograph from the earth man who don't believe a single thing he didn't see firsthand. Ain't up on the laundry list of accomplishments. See the burner on the side of the Washington Monument. Don't panic, the kid dropped jewels like his true love died on the Titanic. I go from being all leave me alone, timid and mild-mannered, to all muscle and brawn, bigger than gigantic. Sunsplash, multiple and once, all in a day for the can't miss. Dip. I run fast, even in handcuffs, a little way to the blacksmith. Bitch!
Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. True indeed, tune into the truancy. Suit 'em up, 2 cents, trooping out the mutant league.
Tissue full of mucus in the mutiny. Dig a tunnel cutter with a Wolverine. Sweet sheesh.
Flowers growing from his feet, grass growing out his ears. Beard made of poison, I'll be growing for 1,000 years.
Shift the planets to alignment. Feels so good like being reunited. Madam Stalin while assigning volunteers.
Ready Player One, he get the whole fly neighborhood howling. Jumps to a crowd scene drowsy.
Player 2, not sure what to say or do, except to stay up and to say a prayer when you pay a due.
Stares at his feet when he speaks to the law. Stares at a screen, I'm a freak, I'm a flaw.
God bless my neighbors for the papers I could cheat off. I'm too wide to dream, too tired to beat off.
Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding. Stop the bleeding.